Do you ever feel like you sound like you're reading from a book when you speak English instead of, sounding like a native speaker? If so, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to unlock one of the biggest secrets to English fluency, and it's something called connected speech.
All right, take a look at this sentence. Seriously, try saying it out loud right now. Go on. How did that feel? How did it sound? Probably a little clunky, right? A little different from how you'd hear a native speaker say it. Just hang on to that thought, because we are definitely coming back to this.
If you've ever listened to a fluent speaker and thought, wait a second, that's not how those words are spelled, well, you are not alone. It's like there's this secret code that fluent speakers use, and in this explainer, we are going to crack that code together.
And that secret code? It has a name, connected speech. It's basically the magic that happens when speakers stop saying words one by one and start blending them all together into this smooth, natural river of sound. And let me be clear, this isn't about speaking faster, it's about speaking smoother.
And here's the best part. This is a skill, not a mystery. It's something anyone can learn. We're going to break it all down into 4 really simple but super powerful techniques. By the time we're done here, you'll have the exact tools you need to start transforming how you sound. So, you ready? Let's dive in.
Okay, let's kick things off with our first, and maybe the most important tool in the box, linking. This is really the foundation for making your speech flow.
The rule is just so simple. If a word ends with a consonant sound, and the very next word starts with a vowel sound, A, E, I, O, U, you basically just glue them together. The end of that first word just becomes the beginning of the next one.
So here's what that actually sounds like. We don't say eat out with a space in between. We say eat out. It becomes one smooth word. Same thing with a lot of. We don't say it as 3 separate words. It just naturally becomes a lot of. Can you hear that connection, that smooth transition? That's linking.
Now, building on that, what's really interesting is that sometimes to make things flow even better, we actually add little sounds that aren't even written down. This one's called insertion. So this happens when one word ends in a vowel sound and the next word also starts with a vowel sound. To avoid that awkward little pause or gap, our mouths just naturally create a little sound bridge. It's usually a tiny wa or yes sound that lets us glide right from one vowel into the next.
For instance, we don't say do it. We naturally say do it. Can you hear that? That little wa sound just sneaks right in there. Or look at be able. It becomes be able. That little yes sound connects the E and the A so perfectly. It's a tiny change that makes a huge difference.
Okay, our next technique kind of feels like breaking the rules, because it's all about getting rid of sounds. This is called deletion, and trust me, it's a huge part of sounding more natural. Now, I want to be super clear here. This is not lazy speech. It's just how fluent English works. Specifically, those T and D sounds, well, they often just disappear when they get sandwiched between a bunch of other consonant sounds. It just makes things way easier and faster to say.
Take blind man, for example. That D is stuck right between an N and an M. So what happens in real speech? It becomes blind man. The D is just gone. Same thing with first person. The T is squished between an S and a P, so we just say first person. It's all about making things more efficient.
And finally, our 4th tool. This one is so smart. It shows you exactly what to do when 2 words with the very same sound crash right into each other. We call this lengthening.
So, here's the deal. If a word ends with a consonant and the next word starts with that exact same sound, you don't say it twice. That would sound super choppy. Instead, you just kind of merge them. You hold on to that one sound for just a little bit longer and it connects the 2 words perfectly. Think about saying police station. You wouldn't say police station with 2 separate S sounds. No way. You say police station, holding that S just a little longer. Or how about like Coke? The 2 K sounds just melt into one long one, like Coke. See how much smoother that is?
So there they are, our 4 tools: linking, insertion, deletion, and lengthening. Now the real magic, the secret sauce, is when they all start working together. So let's go all the way back to that challenge sentence from the beginning and see what happens now.
Okay, remember this? It looked simple enough before, right? But now we have our secret decoder ring. We know the rules, let's apply them. All right, let's walk through this. Eat out becomes eat out. That's linking. Oven cook is another perfect example of linking. With apple cake, you've got 2 K sounds, so we lengthen it. Apple cake and Annie links together beautifully. Lovely Annie needs that little ye bridge, right? Lovely Yanny, that's insertion.
And in just do it, that T in just gets dropped. Hello, deletion. So it becomes just do it.
Okay, get ready for this. Here's the difference. First, the old way, totally disconnected. Let's eat out and watch a movie, right? Now listen with all our connected speech rules in place. Let's eat out and watch a movie. I will oven cook apple cake and Annie will oven bake enchiladas. Love you, Annie? Let's just do it. It's a totally different song, isn't it? It's not about speed. It's all about that flow.
So, there you have it. The 4 key techniques that really unlock the natural flow of spoken English. You now have the tools. You have the whole toolkit. The only question left is, which one are you going to start listening for and practicing first?